Good evening, I'm Lauren Culber. Chad Mira is off tonight. Thanks for watching. 14 new sheriffs are poised to begin their jobs in North Dakota counties next week. Among the 14 departing sheriffs is the man who has been in charge of law enforcement in his county for 4 decades. In tonight's top story, Jim Olson sat down with the Dean of Sheriffs, Ken Halverson, in Mountrail County.
The display at the doorway to the Mountrail County Sheriff's Office in Stanley has a photo that captures a young Ken Halverson and how much has changed since he became a deputy in 1974.
That's the first car that the county had bought, a 78 Ford LTD2.
Up until then, deputies provided their own cars for work.
It almost brought a tear to my eye when we had to take and drill holes in the vinyl roof of my Camaro to put the top light on.
And the deputies' cars nowadays?
We hardly had radios in our vehicles at the time I started. Now, they're just like a whole computer center.
Yeah, things have changed in 4 decades, but for Halverson,
I am from Mountrail County.
some remain the same.
You have to be fair. And sometimes that's dealing with your friends or relatives. And you can't give them more of a break than you give Joe Blow.
I think you need to make sure that the people, even though you're investigating them, maybe, or even though they're victims, that you treat them right. And I always thought Ken did that.
State's Attorney Wade Engett has known no other sheriff since he started prosecuting in Mountrail County in 1985. He says Halverson is #1 professional.
If it needed to be continued to be investigated, he was one of those persons that just kept going and going and going.
And I like getting up and going to work. I like people.
He also likes a good laugh, like when he talks about his signature black hat.
I like black hats. And I get asked quite frequently, don't the good guys, don't they wear white hats? Why are you wearing a black hat? I said, you're right. The bad guys wear black hats.
And what's next for the man in the black hat who's retiring as the longest serving sheriff in the state?
If you know of anybody that's looking for an old retired sheriff that's used to working weekends and nights and holidays, have them give me a call.
In Stanley, Jim Olson, KX News.
Halverson is the current Dean of Sheriffs in North Dakota, and the man he replaced in the job, Ralph Hamre, held the same title as the longest serving sheriff in the state.